Less than 2 months away from the election, of course, and no shortage of election news. Basically, each and every week seems like we have big headline events. And we've got Joe Morris from Mercer University, Tracy, here once again to break it all down.
Yeah, and another attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. Is this going to continue to happen? Where do we go from here?
Yeah, I mean, to think that we've seen 2 assassination attempts in 2 months is shocking. These are relatively rare events in American politics, so to have so much happen in just the last couple months is just really disturbing.
How do you process this with your students when you're in those political science classes, when they say, is this normal?
Yeah, it's a really tough thing. We try and look at the bigger picture, and the fact of the matter is, so much of this is our own doing. We have allowed this sort of rhetoric that we've seen over the last several months play out again and again and again. And there's going to come a point when, I mean, we're playing with fire right now. Mm-hmm. And to the extent that we continue this, to the extent that we pass along those hateful memes that we get a little laugh at here and there, look at those are problematic.
Questions for the Secret Service, I think, once again. Certainly those were rising to the top after Butler a while back. And now more questions this morning. This shooter allegedly within, what, maybe less than 500 yards of the president, it seems. Yeah,
I mean, this is certainly much better than what we saw in Butler. Butler was an extraordinary close call. This attempt was spotted early, and the Secret Service were able to apprehend the individual relatively quickly. But this is something that the Secret Service is going to have to address, and there's already calls for hearings before Congress, and we're going to see exactly what the Secret Service is up to.
What impact, if any, do you think this is going to have on the electorate as we count down to the election?
Yeah, it's a good question, although I know many people think it sounds kind of callous at this point.
Sure.
But nevertheless, it's an important question. This could be a situation where Donald Trump receives even more sympathy than he received as a result of that assassination attempt in Butler, and that may work in his favor. But at the same time, Americans may just be tired of all of this, and many Americans say Donald Trump has played a large role in this sort of rhetoric that has led to these sort of events. So I don't know which way this is going to go. It's certainly unprecedented, and we're going to have to see.
Okay. All right,
Thank
Joe
you
Morris.
so much for joining us this
We
morning.
appreciate it. Every Monday, Joe comes in to help us kind of make sense of what's been happening as we count down to Election Day. We certainly appreciate your input once again this morning.